Ever wondered how Singapore, a small island nation with no natural resources, transformed into one of the world's most prosperous countries? Let's rewind to 1965. Singapore had just gained independence. With limited land and an absence of natural resources, it found itself in a precarious position. The newborn nation was grappling with numerous challenges. It was a time of uncertainty, a time of struggle. Picture this: a tiny island, smaller than the city of New York, with a burgeoning population of nearly 2 million. Space was a luxury, and the lack of natural resources added to the nation's woes. The economy was primarily agrarian, with fishing and farming being the main sources of livelihood. The unemployment rate was staggeringly high, hovering around 10%. The nation was in dire need of a robust economic strategy to overcome these hurdles. The situation was bleak, with many predicting a grim future for the newly independent nation. In the face of such adversity, Singapore did not falter. It recognized the need for a strong economic vision, for a plan that would lift it from the depths of despair. The country understood that it had to leverage its strategic location and its human capital. The leaders of Singapore knew that they had a Herculean task ahead of them. They were acutely aware that their actions would shape the destiny of their nation. It was a time of great responsibility, a time of decisive action. So, how did Singapore overcome these challenges and set on a path of rapid economic transformation? Well, that's a fascinating story of determination, strategic planning, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. But for now, let's pause here as we prepare to delve deeper into this extraordinary journey in the next scene. So how did Singapore overcome these challenges and set on a path of rapid economic transformation? Let's find out in the next scene. The economic transformation of Singapore is often referred to as an economic miracle. But what were the key factors behind this miracle? Most would agree that a combination of targeted government strategies, a focus on manufacturing, and a systematic attraction of foreign investments played a significant role. But let's not forget the crucial part that the education system played in shaping this prosperous city-state. Starting with government strategies, Singapore's leadership understood the importance of a robust economy. Spearheaded by the visionary Lee Kuan Yew, the government crafted policies that fostered economic growth and stability. They created a business-friendly environment that was not only attractive to local entrepreneurs, but was an irresistible magnet for overseas investors. Next on the list was manufacturing. Singapore was quick to realize that its geographical location and limited natural resources meant that it had to think outside the box. The government encouraged the development of the manufacturing sector, focusing on electronics and precision engineering. This move transformed Singapore from a trading post of the British Empire into a manufacturing powerhouse. Attracting foreign investments was another critical strategy. Singapore established itself as a reliable and stable location for multinational corporations to set up their Asian headquarters. The government's pro-business policies, low tax rates, and efficient bureaucracy were instrumental in attracting these investments. The arrival of these multinational corporations brought with them not only capital, but also invaluable knowledge and technology transfer. Last but not least, the education system. Singapore's government recognized the importance of a well-educated workforce. They invested heavily in education, creating a system that emphasized technical skills to support the growing manufacturing sector. The result was a highly skilled workforce that could compete on a global scale. The economic strategies indeed paid off, catapulting Singapore to an unprecedented growth trajectory, but the journey was far from over. By the 1980s, Singapore, along with Hong Kong, South Korea, and Taiwan, was recognized as one of the 4 Asian tigers. What led to this recognition? Let's dive in. The 1980s and 1990s were a period of incredible economic boom for Singapore. This small island nation was transforming and fast. No longer was it reliant on a labor-intensive economy. Instead, it was shifting gears towards a more technology and innovation-driven economy. It was during this time that Singapore began to develop its now world-renowned electronics and manufacturing sectors, contributing significantly to its GDP. But the transformation didn't stop at manufacturing. Singapore was also rapidly growing its financial sector. Banks, insurance companies, and investment firms began to sprout like never before, turning the city-state into a thriving financial hub. Singapore was not just attracting regional financial activities, but global ones. Multinational corporations started to see the value in setting up their Asia-Pacific headquarters in Singapore, bolstering the country's reputation as a trusted and reliable place for business. This shift wasn't accidental. It was the result of careful planning and strategic policies by the government. They implemented measures to attract foreign investment, promote technological advancement, and build a skilled workforce. Education was prioritized, with heavy investments in schools and universities to ensure a steady supply of well-educated workers for the growing economy. The government also made sure to foster a business-friendly environment. With its strategic location, robust legal framework, and stable political climate, Singapore became an attractive option for businesses looking to expand in Asia. Today, it is home to over 200 banks, and has one of the highest concentrations of multinational corporations in the world. The transformation was remarkable. From a struggling new nation to a roaring Asian tiger, Singapore's economic journey was nothing short of extraordinary. The city-state's success story serves as a beacon of hope for developing nations around the world, demonstrating that with the right policies and a clear vision, economic transformation is indeed possible. As we stepped into the 21st century, Singapore continued to be a global economic powerhouse. But how did they maintain this status? Well, the answer lies in the city-state's relentless pursuit of innovation and progress. Singapore recognized the need to move beyond traditional industries and sought to develop a knowledge-based economy. High-tech industries, biotechnology, pharmaceuticals, these became the new engines of growth. The government made a strategic decision to invest heavily in research and development. This allowed Singapore to stay ahead of the curve, creating an environment conducive to innovation and progress. The city-state's commitment to R&D is reflected in its spending, which equates to over 2% of its GDP, a figure that rivals many developed countries. But Singapore didn't stop there. Recognizing that human capital is the driving force behind technological progress, they focused on nurturing a skilled workforce. The government invested in education and training, creating a labor force that was not only highly skilled, but also adaptable and ready to embrace new technologies. This forward-thinking approach extended to the city-state's infrastructure as well. Singapore transformed itself into a smart nation, integrating technology into every aspect of life. From smart homes and digital government services to autonomous vehicles, the city-state has become a living testament to the power of technology. In the world of finance, Singapore became a hub for fintech, attracting startups and investors from around the globe. The government provided support through grants and incubation programs, fostering an environment where fintech companies could thrive. Singapore also realized the importance of trade in maintaining its economic strength. The city-state continued to forge strong trade ties with countries around the world, ensuring its place in the global supply chain. In the realm of sustainability, Singapore took on the challenge of balancing economic growth with environmental responsibility. The city-state embarked on ambitious green initiatives, striving to become a model for sustainable urban development. Today, Singapore stands as a testament to what a determined government and a disciplined population can achieve. The city-state's journey in the 21st century continues to inspire nations around the globe, proving that with vision, adaptability, and relentless pursuit of innovation, any nation can carve out its place in the global economy. As we reflect on Singapore's economic journey, what are the key takeaways that we can learn from this transformation? Firstly, the importance of strategic economic planning cannot be overstated. Singapore's trajectory from a third-world nation to a first-world powerhouse was not a stroke of luck, but rather the result of meticulous and strategic planning. The government's foresight to focus on export-oriented industries, for instance, was a key factor in its rapid economic growth. Secondly, the emphasis on education was a crucial element in Singapore's transformation. By investing heavily in education, the government ensured that its workforce was well-equipped to meet the demands of a rapidly evolving economy. This focus on education not only boosted the country's human capital, but also attracted multinational corporations, further bolstering the economy. Thirdly, Singapore's shift towards high-tech industries is a telling example of how economies need to adapt and evolve to stay competitive in the global market. By embracing the digital revolution and fostering innovation, Singapore has managed to stay ahead of the curve, ensuring its continued economic success. But perhaps the most important takeaway from Singapore's economic transformation is the role of good governance and effective policymaking. The government's commitment to maintaining a corruption-free, efficient, and business-friendly environment was instrumental in attracting foreign investment and fostering economic growth. Moreover, the government's willingness to take bold measures, such as the implementation of strict labor policies and the establishment of a robust legal framework, underscore the importance of decisive leadership in economic transformation. In conclusion, Singapore's economic transformation is a remarkable story of vision, resilience, and innovation. It serves as a stark reminder that with the right strategies and determination, even the most daunting challenges can be overcome. It's a story that holds invaluable lessons for nations around the world, showing us that economic prosperity is not a matter of chance, but a product of strategic planning, investment in education, embracing technological advancements, and above all, good governance. Singapore's economic transformation is a remarkable story of vision, resilience, and innovation. It reminds us that with the right strategies and determination, even the toughest challenges can be overcome. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Mr. Explainer for more insightful videos.